Thank you very much, Madam Chair, and I want to thank my colleagues for providing me with this opportunity to join them to question the Minister of Transport on Part 3 of this bill, which addresses the changes to the Navigation Protection Act. Given that you yourself, Minister, directed the Transport Committee to undertake a study on the Navigation Protection Act, and given the questions I've already heard coming from your colleagues on the other side, I would suggest that it may have been more appropriate for this bill to be split so that the Transport Committee could have finished the work that they began. Nevertheless, we are left to presume, we on the committee are left to presume that all the work done by our committee has somehow found its way into this bill. And so, given that the Transport Committee does not have the opportunity to ask questions of you on this piece of legislation, I would ask that if you could give us just one example, post-2013, where navigation was negatively impacted due to the MPA rules being in place and not the previous Navigable Waters Protection Act. Just one specific example.
Thank you very much for your question. And in my opening remarks, I thanked the Transport Committee, of which you are a member, for the very good work that they did, which created a solid base on which to advance the amendments that subsequently came. So I hope that that registered with you when I thank the Transport Committee. With respect to splitting the bill, I believe
I would actually like you to answer the question that I've asked. I would like one specific example where the Navigation Protection Act impeded navigation in the way that it was written.
I'm not going to give you that example, but I will comment on your comments. And the comment that you made was that this bill should have been split. I believe that question
Madam Chair.
I believe that
Madam Chair, point of order.
Do you have a point of order?
Yes.
What's your point of order?
I have asked the Minister a question, and he has said he's not going to answer my question, but he's going to comment on my comments. I would ask that the Minister answer the question that I have posed to him.
Okay, I'll ask the Minister if he could maybe
Okay, so I'll give you an example. The Nass River was removed from the schedule. We put the Nass River back in the special schedule that we're talking about today. We did this well over a year ago because we felt that it was incorrect on the part of that government, the previous government, to remove the Nass River because of its importance, in this particular case, to the Nisga'a.
So
to finish, and if I may, Madam Chair,
I have 2 minutes left. So you made a decision to add something back onto the schedule without any concrete examples of navigation being impeded on that body of water. Is that correct?
We listened to the Indigenous peoples that live and have lived there for 10,000 years. And we decided
That's not my question.
Madam Chair.
Yes, I'm telling you that the Nisga'a had made representation to us that the Nass River, which is in the very north of British Columbia, should be in the schedule, and we said yes, it should be, because it is in that category of rivers that are important for Indigenous rights.
You may not like the answers, but the answers are coming, so you have a few more minutes if you want to ask another question that's not
Thank you very much,
repetitive.
Madam Chair. I would just, I guess, make one observation. You know, we studied the Navigation Protection Act at the direction of the Minister from October 2016 to February 2017. We heard from many, many witnesses. Not one witness could give us an example of where navigation had been impeded on a body of water due to the changes to the Navigation Protection Act. The fact that you decided to make a change a year or so into your term was your own decision, but when asked, no witness could provide us with any examples, and that's the testimony that's available to the public today.
And I am concerned about future generations as well as we go forward, and that is why I am making the changes that are necessary. And in order to just complete, if I may, you said this bill should be split. I believe your party made that request to the Speaker, and the Speaker ruled that this bill did not have to be split because it was a bill that dealt with impact assessment. So that was ruled on by the Speaker, and that is why this part, the Canadian Navigable Waters, constitutes a part of a very important Act, C-69, dealing with impact assessments on the environment.